Papa Wawa, if we are still alive, we are not in ICU. Please, my brother, wake up in ICU. I need you, my friend. I want to punish you in full of 90,000 capacity.
He's speaking as if this year they have lifted the cup. The only thing they lifted is Jos Mazibuku, who was serving a humble pie at Moses Mabida. I said it was a trap.
Yeah. Allegations are you have reduced the tickets to 20 ranta and then the renta crowd out there.
A rent crowd is giving back. It's giving back to this.
It's another day, it's another episode as we look forward to engage with you and bring you exciting, informative episode. My name is Chris Kope, aka Biggie on Sport. I always maintain that sports fanatics, if not sport supporters, are the backbone of any sporting activity, be it cricket, rugby, or football. I am thrilled, ecstatic and excited to bring to you one of the most well-known superfans within the football fraternity. I'm talking here about supporters of the three big teams within the Betway Premier League. Talking here about Mamelodi Sundowns, as we follow protocol, Orlando Pirates, as well as, I don't know, is that protocol? Is that protocol?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Because I just wanted to follow chronologically as per the positioning on the league table. Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates. Oh, well, Kaizer Chiefs as well. On my far right, I have Mpobaloyi from Sundowns. And then next to Mpobaloyi, it is Dumela Tom. I guess most of you always see these guys on different social media platforms. And I have Papa Wawa. I've been chasing this man for so many months. Gentlemen, welcome to Big on Sport. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Machida Ilikia Pela Maji, the curtain is coming down on the league 2024-2025 season. It is coming down the Betway Premier League. Sundowns winning it 8 times consecutively, successfully. So, congratulations to you guys, Mamelodi Sundowns Mpo. And you are also in the CAF Champions League, first leg being played at home. You'll be playing away in a week or so. And also, Orlando Pirates, second position. They made sure that they solidify their position on the log, in fact, to make sure that they again, in the next term, they go back to the CAF Champions League. Kaizer Chiefs, once again, after 10 years, well done, guys. Well done, guys, after 10 years, Papa Wawa.
No, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
The trophy, it's here once again, Nedbank Cup. Took us through, Papa Wawa. Tell us more.
To the viewers at home, this is Papa Wawa, the only fan in the history of South African top flight football, the people's chairman, the one who has got a sight, a view of a giraffe. You speak things to existence. You can ask the likes of Coach Roland Mukwena. He knows me very well.
Wow.
Very well.
Okay. What an intro.
The journey of Nedbank Cup, the 10 years. Look, 2025 is just a special year.
What?
You check, special year in soccer. You check the likes of Tottenham, 17 years. Finally, they lift a major trophy. Bologna, we speak about 51 years. Go Ahead Eagle, we speak about 92 years of drought. We speak about Crystal Palace. We're talking about 119 years of drought. We're speaking about Hurricane, 31 years. We're speaking about Sun, 32 years. And we're speaking about Kaizer Chiefs, 10 years trophy drought. So what I can say is that big up to Kaizer Chiefs supporters. They understood the assignment. They understood that football didn't end the day we were banned by FIFA not to sign players. Football didn't end when Maruka FC equalized in the last minute and they denied us a trophy. Football didn't end when Milford FC removed us from last season from Nedbank Cup in the last League 2. Football didn't end when Hipimashian got the red card in the Al-Ahly final and were denied the Champions League. So this belongs to the Kaizer Chiefs faithful who stood by the club thick and thin. Amakoste Amahle. The glory days are back, and I'm telling you, South African football come next season, it will never be the same. We will cook and leave no leftovers.
Why do you still there? Why do you still there? while you are still there, yes. They say 10 years, jersey number 10 scored on the day, on the 10th of that particular month. What do you make of this?
Look, it's been a different year, as I've told you, a different Kaizer Chiefs. I think this has been scripted in heaven, and there was no any human forces who was going to stop it.
Yeah.
It was meant to happen, and it has happened. We were serving humble pie at Moses Mabhida. I've said it was a trap.
Yeah.
It was a trap taking our good-for-nothing neighbors at Moses Mabhida.
Yeah.
For the very good record, when we go to Moses Mabhida, the last time we won a trophy, that was MTN 8. We were playing against Orlando Pirates. That was the 20th of September 2015. And the last time we won Nedbank Cup, we were playing against Orlando Pirates at Moses Mabhida. That was 2013. Yeah. So taking they fell for a trap.
Yeah.
So and you know, Nedbank Cup, it had our name written on it. I've said it.
Yeah.
That don't look for us in the last 32.
Yeah.
Don't look for us in the quarterfinal. Don't look for us in the semi-final.
I have something to share with you. I have something very special. Someone who'd like to address what you've been saying just now. I think he's going to counteract, if not address what you've been saying just now. I have someone. I want you, in fact, as we engage, to take a look at the screen and hear what this particular person is going to say to you about the journey of Kaizer Chiefs, the journey of Orlando Pirates, as our technical staff are getting ready with that. We will actually turn our attention to that as soon as it is ready. And then, Mpo, tumelo unonse uribolela ka your background and stuff like that. Quite fascinating. Unodala ball, you went to Brazil, School of Excellence. Very briefly.
Yes. So Sundowns pela gihurule ka mara Sundowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, le no give favor, so it's not like maybe not so ga ke ho labari team shi utshwana le the opposition. Ha ho labari team shi ba mo.
Opposition ke mo.
Vale ba mbale. Ba ba
abana mabitso.
Ba para yelo wa bontsha ya. Na ke urile fele ke le dawo. Yeah. So and then ka utlwa ke win 8 times ke ngaba ke thabile man wa itse ho tlwaetse o jabo di fork knife ni. Lo wile a usantsa phone is and snap chat o tse di picture post story me at spay ba so tlwaetse. So tse o dira ke the opposition.
Okay. Mpo rabuwa Tumza. I ask you off the record na the EP phone. Ipi le phone encini.
Le phone wanga.
Le phone encini. Kusema office Orlando Pirates apho. Ipi le phone.
Le phone le ethi xa seyiphethe kuhlekwe ngenye insini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akuphinde apha. Yeah.
Yes.
Utheni uyaphatha ke phone? Ubani uTumelo?
Tumelo Trom ke tloa Matatiele lapeng.
Yeah.
Hae ke Matatiele tulong o thwang ke Tholang Maluti.
Okay.
In the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
I grew up there, and then Maseng Mdala ngaye Mthatha.
Yeah.
That's where I started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Social media. That's why I'm using isiXhosa kakhulu on social media. Otherwise ngimosotho. Yeah. So
amazing. Yes. You're so eloquent. NgesiXhosa. Mina ngithi umXhosa.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
My parents were a mix. My father was Sotho, my mother was Xhosa.
Yeah.
So I grew up speaking these languages zombini, but at home, re bua Sesotho. So my Xhosa got this confidence Mthatha.
Okay.
Because that's why I started my content.
Okay.
Mthatha.
Wow.
Then one thing led to the other.
Yeah.
Then we are here.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
I just want to find out as to at what age did you start ukulandela Orlando Pirates? Okay. Because kaningi abantu bayakhula baba marebela along the way iklap idliwe and come back baqala bafiva amanye amaklap. Papa Wawa, when I departed from you earlier on, I said to you, we had a guest here by the name of Jwara. Jwara, in fact, he threw shades at you. Let's take a listen.
Kunokwenza ukuthi njengoba umzamo Papa Wawa. Yesterday after game I trying ukuthi nami ngimthola Papa Wawa. Ngathola ukuthi I was sleeping ngiworried kakhulu.
Yeah.
I thought maybe kumele ke ngiqale ngiyobheka eBara.
Yeah.
Ngoba umsebenzi wase eBara kwana hospital.
Yeah.
Admit labo bantu abazeke impela betineka bufana bodokotela bathu bathintathinta Papa Wawa, if you are still alive, you are not in ICU, please my brother wake up in ICU. I put on my prayer ukuthi uNkulunkulu akupha amandla because nowadays your drip is in, is out. Even the doctors is very confused with which real drip is supposed to take it for you. Please, I wish you speed recovery before extreme. I need you, my friend. I want to punish you in full of 90,000 capacity in the National Stadium, FNP, Soccer City. Please, my friend, pick up your phone. All we're trying and we're worried about you. Pick up your phone, say, Jwara, I'm still alive. I think maybe now, so Papem, because your yesterday results, they send you straight to Parakwana Hospital. From Nazareth to Para is not far. But please, my friend, I put my prayer for you. I wish your speed recover. Let's meet at FNP Stadium.
Papa Wawa, Jwara hopes you are alive and kicking. He's wishing you a speedy recovery.
As I always tell people, this is Papa alive and kicking, bumping like a tennis ball. It's Jwara. I wish he was here to say this on my face. I was gonna paralyze him. I was gonna make sure that I cook and leave no leftovers. I was gonna mop the floor with this old champ. But this our good for nothing neighbors, champ. You know, if you are Pirates supporters. If you were to classify them as learners, they are those learners who we can say they are mild to mild learners. Learners of learning specific needs. These are Orlando Pirates. And it's so funny that I'm watching, I don't know when was this taken, that I'm watching this after we humbled them. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny because you will laugh last, laugh the best. Because if you can check, we went to Moses Mabida. We are the one who are rejoicing. But I can see that's a voice of pride, and after pride comes the hardest fall. You know, in life, when you go up, never despise those who are going down, because your way up will always be your way down. Because in physical senses, we talk about gravitational force. Weight, 9.8 meters per second square. It has its own way of humbling you. And the old man is a humble.
We are our neighbors. Our neighbors.
I have to defend you. Okay. Upapa Wawala from team Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs abayazi history bayazi ukuthi suka kuthi ne. So we know them and we like them. Siyabathanda marinkinga yethu nabo ukuthi banokukhuluma kakhulu sometimes. Uyabona manje le confidence abanayo. It comes from winning Nedbank. That's the only thing positive that is happening at Kaizer Chiefs right now. Nedbank. It's more like umntana who's writing ama learning area mhlamba u9. Wafailile wonke. Mara manje upase i1. Mase upase le1. Ubona ukuthi angaface everyone. It's quite the confidence is too high. It's too high. You can even think that bana makapa maningi kuna manyama team. Mara maucheka we are sitting at 1-1 manje. Sundowns in a cup A1, the league. Pirates in a cup A1, MTN. Yes. Bona because they have improved from Indala. Siaba congratulate. Manja, they think they are better than us.
But I think the thinking capacity seems to have dropped below 50%. Because now we are talking, we have something to always boast about. We waited 10 years. What were we doing? We were giving them space to match our trophy cabinet. But they are not coming any closer. Look, in this period of 10 years, it's like we've been winning I can ask a question. What have they been doing?
Well,
and he is speaking. He is speaking. He is speaking. Yeah, we're at a break. We're giving you a chance to win. He is speaking. He's speaking as if this year they have lifted the cup. The only thing they lifted is Jos Mazibuku. Coach Jos Mazibuku. There's nothing which they've lifted. Indeed, he says we come from Orlando Pirates. What I can tell you, and you know, the only good things which ever came out of Orlando Pirates, that's Dr. Kaizer Chicha Guluvamtawi only.
There's a concern that you guys are over celebrating the achievement of the Nedbank Cup, despite the fact that two big occurrences actually took center stage within the country. The under-20 national team, Amajita, having won the African Cup of Nations, with their head coach, as well as Sundowns being crowned the champions, they still, despite all that, you're still celebrating.
You know, I always ask myself why people are so slow here in South Africa. Because, listen, we are talking about Kaizer Chiefs, which exist in South Africa, but we are bigger than South Africa. So the celebration won't be usual. It won't be usual. Don't mistake it. So there is no formula for celebrating. There is no one. We are going to celebrate. We have waited 10 years to win this trophy. The celebration will go on up until the next 10 years.
Okay, you mentioned something. I'm sorry to chip in. Okay. You mentioned something about Orlando Pirates lifting up their coach. You know, I saw that a lot on social media. Okay. And I was actually not disappointed when they were mentioning it on social media. Because on social media, we have a lot of people, you know, some are not informed about football things. Now, I'm disappointed when it comes from Papa Wawa that we lifted up the coach. And he's talking about a year. We're not talking about years in football. We're talking about seasons. When the season began, which team was the first one to lift up the cup, the trophy? We're not talking about years.
Gentlemen. We're talking about seasons. Just before you can go there, I understand. They lifted the MTN8 in the absence of Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, we didn't qualify for it. But without Kaizer Chiefs on that MTN8, it was just a SIM card trophy with an insufficient storage. So it never had any meaning. So we had Nedbank with them, and we managed to take them out.
Mpo, you're not out of the woods.
We're not
out of the woods.
No,
we're coming to that.
Today we'll humble them.
Mpo, they say you guys have a strong financial muscle. Sundowns.
Yes.
You are buying expensive players, Marali 50.
No.
What are they 50?
No, 57.
57. Don't drop them.
Yeah. Even though challenge karata nuga kafa barete karata mara birite pedi orekelele papa wa biria wa.
Crowd actually ngiketso go stadium. Where do we get it? Because we were admitted live already 57.
No, not necessarily 57. Sometimes Sundowns supporters Sundowns so the supporter idikra based on to buy one level long creating. Hey, have a match dala fika mola babu so jaya in but Sundowns high level let's call Sundowns one talon. Cup huirang king shine down Leana Somara. I no cookie war Munsa timber ashi. Yeah. So when coming to Teba Volanza, Chelete, no, Mancheleto with. And in Hove Berekisa, Otoe Berekisa, man, maybe if I front, I will no regal Catuniran. Because of Okaruma, Ugati, our Rumal Kaiza, one talent, our Rumarula, not regular Ola, one talent.
Allegations are you have reduced the tickets to 20 ranta and then the renta crowd out there.
A rent crowd is giving back. It's giving back to this. So giving back to the supporters. Even no membership the price. Membership is like 40 rand. Yeah. Go to no one last year one of the likest supporter Kulu. Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
I will SMS just come to the stadium Mutakara take it away a full the little baguetting Rainza Ramita Mama Chavala Tatiago. I don't SMS I knew Rogella time news na phone Nigamata.
Yeah. Majita, the captain as I've mentioned when we started is coming down 2024 Gavalo. Mateba Manning Matota Ale Pansi I know Cape Town City, Richards Bay by Pusha and Young. omunye uthi phuma, omunye uthi angifuni, bayaphushana, babamba igoseni. Out, omunye uthi hayi angiphuma, omunye uthi hayi phuma wena, phuma mina. Kunabanye in the middle or mid-table, babhizi nabo ke, bayazama, bafuna ukungena ku top 8. Asazi. I think the weekend esikuyo this weekend is the weekend that will determine the destiny of who goes into the top 8, who goes out of the elite league, Machita. Earlier on, you mentioned Ute, na this year, Papa Wawa, abangeni go top 8. Papa Wawa. Para let's say go top 8.
It's just few hours left for you to witness it.
Okay.
MTN 8, it's where we are going.
Okay.
And I hear about the matter of giving back when it comes to ticket. I just have to answer it.
Okay. Okay.
I can see even today they are playing at Loftus Stadium. 20 rand ticket. So my advice to people who don't have money to buy tickets, you just have to take a loaf of bread. You just go and exchange, because even the loaf of bread is 20 rand, the ticket is 20 rand. Do you understand? So MTN 8 Songena voucher. What we have to do today is to defeat Polokwane City. It's a final game for us, and they will find us at MTN 8.
Bo, I Nagahan. What Chiefs there?
Yeah.
Actually, the Chiefs are my Chiefs. But the bar. Bagaston going 10-8. What's the side? Basa celebrate a couple.
What's your excitement?
Bon, now Chiefs.
Excitement hangover.
Pirate bullets in me. Kurabaga win something Gachekone. Baga celebrate until Guru Lokatawari, Mamma, who regulate Totaga, Nanga.
As long as I affected that bag.
As long as Narwin, 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 can't tell what Lahona Jess are Narwin. So focus, the chief deal.
And the danger of what is happening at Chiefs currently is that they will think that things are going well.
Okay.
Because of that net bank.
Yeah.
That is my concern.
Okay.
Because if it was not for that net bank.
Are you talking in the context of the players? Are you talking in the context of the fans? What do they think things are going well?
Everything. You know, I don't know what is wrong at Chiefs.
Okay.
Because when they brought in Nabi, I thought, the guy will be doing something, will be cooking. But he has been cooking for a long time.
Okay.
Now, he has been cooking. He is not different from these other coaches.
And considering what is load shedding.
And the only thing that is positive at Chiefs currently, Hila Net Bank, and it will blindfold them into thinking that things are going well. That is my concern.
Papa.
No, it's not a concern to me. It's so surprising and interesting that people afar, people from outside, diagnose our problem, which we have inside.
Okay.
To us, it's a motivation.
Okay.
We take the results of NetBank Cup, and it motivates us going forward. Because believe me, the narrative of the team has changed. Because now players had a lot of responsibility on their shoulder that we have to break the curse. We have to lift this curse and lift the silverware. Now we have lifted the silverware. We no longer have that pressure. Do you understand? Nabi, when he came, I told lots of Kaizer Chiefs supporters that this man is not Jesus Christ. He's not going to change water into a wine. He's not going to walk on top of water. The very same thing, we have got the likes of Jingles, Pitso Msimana. He was struggling. Pitso Msimana, this thing of hooliganism in South Africa, we learned it from Mamelodi Sundowns. They were beating Pitso Msimana left, right, and center. Dr. Petrus Ntsipe stood the ground and said he's going nowhere. I want to make Pitso Msimana say Alex Ferguson of this club. And at the end of the day, it paid off. So what we have to do, we have to be patient with Nabi. The word patient, the word building to us, it was a foreign word. That word is used to mess up our mind, because how can we be patient after 10 years? How can we continue building after 10 years? Now there's no longer pressure. Now the coach is allowed to build. We are allowed to we can allow that process to take place, because now we are no longer in that hunger of a trophy.
But there are alleged reports behind the scenes that the management of Chiefs are not happy despite you guys or Nabi winning the NetBank Cup. There are reports widespread in newspapers, in other media houses that Nabi, if he doesn't take Chiefs into the top 8 bracket, goodbye.
I'll take that as rumors for now, since you say that it's alleged.
Okay.
And if Kaizer Chiefs management are to do that, honestly speaking, they will have hurt some of us who are trusting the process. They will have wronged us. We have been changing coaches as if we were changing underwear in the past 10 years. 9 coaches without result. The likes of Ernest Middendorp, though he was playing helicopter football, but you know that every set piece, every corner was a goal. He lost the league in the last day of the... He was not supposed, according to me, he was not supposed to have been removed. The likes of Gavin Hunt, I think it was premature that they were removed. Now we are going back from the...
What about Athazwane?
Do you understand? But Athazwane have got a different view. He was playing a good football, but the squad overhaul that he have done, releasing all senior players without a replacement or without a plan. That one, do you understand? But what I'm saying is that we are confident that Nabi is going to turn things around. So, yes.
You know what is going to happen to Nabi?
No.
From today.
You tell us.
From today.
Against Polokwane.
Yes.
They're playing against Polokwane, one of the stubborn. In terms of footballs, they're stubborn. Those that side is an outfit that you can't crack it easily.
I can give you 2 or 3 options of the things that are going to happen to Nabi. He can maybe get a draw and be in position 8.
Not he can.
Wait. I'm giving you possibilities. And then he will be in position 8 and he will raise their hopes again. They will forget about the Nedbank because
you forget about other teams. You say he's going to play a draw. You forget. What about other teams?
There are other teams. Okay, I'm just saying.
You're not mentioning those teams.
Okay.
What about those teams?
I'm just saying in case he makes it to the top 8. Whether he's in number 8 or number 7. But the problem is that if he's in number 8, he's going to play Sundowns. And Sundowns will discipline him. He will be out of top 8. They will know now.
The third one?
Yes, they will know. And then if he makes it to position 7, he will play Orlando Pirates. And then Orlando Pirates will deal with him. And then he will go back. Now, after that, they will then realize that we do not have a coach. Because the league is league next season. My Kali league. Sizodlala sonke team sidlale babuyele back kulento kubethwa kwabo where they accept the reality manje babona they will start crying ukuthi hayi makahambe lo coach the same people who are saying we are giving him a chance they will say no man it's been a long time.
Mpo, a lot of people are saying that despite Sundowns in fact winning games and so forth, they are not happy with the style of football that Sundowns demonstrated under the previous 2 coaches, Pitso Mosimane and Rulane Mokoena. They're not happy with the current style of football. You do score goals, but they say the style of football is not as exciting as it was before. Because Sundowns before, you could see if it's going to score. They build up from the back, playing exciting, making those interchanges of passes, and they're building blocks. It was exciting. They say that has changed.
It's just that Cake pilena luchikiri imunati is sweet, however. But there are different types of cakes. Unali ya chocolate, vanilla, black forest and stuff. Mara no ere dala ungari red cake. It's why it's a red cake. Yeah, cake na luchikiri mara ya boranya. Yeah. Nto mbora ngore. Ayo go pile man. Muto kono player ke one still defender ajika yo phasa go mara o jikela ajika mohari tsantsa tsamaya alate player wa itse player tsa papa di pride la pile no ya mola wa tsaka go yana wa jika yo thoma go mora e drive yana this thing of galajia ya di pass o kare o lebella di football stats me ho check up passes sa Sundowns 1,001 Hoya go Chiefs is 13. Shot on target. Tsarena maybe the 7 go really 2. Maybe a pirate take 1. Until like style of play. Rena tata. Resolve ke dide yore aba atheke man. Aba hangri aba dlalo tshwana le team engwe so na le engwe ba le ba shiana ba. That's why pyramid khonno ba. Yeah. Itsa ke re bona ba dlala card. Pyramid dlala tennis so ke
Trump, did you see it coming, the departure of the coach? Did you see it coming, considering that he has done so well for Orlando Pirates since he came? Well, I remember when he came here, he was bashed by different media houses, being branded different names, being called a plumber and so forth. But he surprised all and sundry. But did you see it coming that the coach is about to leave the sheep of the Buccaneers?
Of the Buccaneers. First of all, Angbonge for you to bring that. Okay. I didn't expect it to come.
Okay.
The way Mrs. Kulmanga.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing it. For bringing it.
Yeah.
We has that guy. Besefana no baba guti.
Yeah.
Rivero. That one, I didn't see it coming. It was so emotional. It was painful. It was like kwenzeke into family niyam ukuhamba kwakhe. Just like ukuluza kwethu kwi-CAF. Yabo lezo zinto lezo they were painful. I didn't see it coming, but he played his role in restoring dignity Pirates. Because Pirates manje mawukhuluma nge-Pirates awukhulumi nge-Pirates the same Pirates that you would talk about maybe 2 years back. Manje mawukhuluma nge-Pirates ukhuluma ngenye Pirates manje. And introduce into ehleli bi-culture ye-Pirates mari why emphasize avela le ukuthi from development
youth.
Yes, kunyuke, yes.
Introduction of youth.
Yes, yabona even the one who is in the interim currently,
yes.
uNcikazi is continuing with that. Yabo. So whether izoba nguye oqhubekayo or izoba ngomnye mari it is a culture that is restored kwi-team. So I didn't see it coming.
Gentlemen, Utrom is touching on a very, very interesting point. Youth integration into football at senior level. And Pirates has actually done that with Aplomb vigor, I would say that. In fact, the three of you guys, I remember back then at Jwara, he went to CAF with young players. Your Blom of this world, your Mashiane of this world. He reached the finals. Until for some reason, Chiefs decided to change along the way. They recruited Stuart Baxter again. And Stuart Baxter dismantled the entire squad, the entire youth, young squad. Pirates have demonstrated to the three of you guys. Don't you think it's important for our teams, in fact, to start looking down at their DDCs and elevate the players who are prospects for future Bafana or whatsoever?
It's very important. I'm glad you touched the matter of the CAF Champions League, because remember we are the last team in South Africa to play the CAF Champions League final. Some are yet to play today, but as extent we are the last. But it's so special that we achieved that with development players, the likes of Amashiano, Umshini.
Exactly.
You understand? That was very, very nice. And no, the good thing which I like about going to the development and take players to the senior team, it is because now you are taking players who understand the culture of the club, because the culture of the club is being embedded there at the development.
Indeed.
Now, these players are not just players, but are also the supporters of a club, because that's where they grow up. So when they play in the field of play, they leave everything in the field of play. They play for the badge. So that's the difference with when you are always going out to sign players other than taking on what you have.
Adding on that, and then I think it's a good idea actually for recruitment player from Tsari, because of Hogalebella team is going to Spain.
Yeah.
Spain actually it was Barcelona without Messi. That's why that time but 2010 but World Cup. So Kiboneli no team instead dala but more South Africans than players so that bakono le game time, and then bakono go like the star pila regere kebe so the best players tansiditswe within mo contrary lero di dlala team tsa rena mara una le bakontle go I get ba skakara more time
ya
abadlala mara mostly out dominate ba rena hore le squad sa rena so khono pusha.
But Sundowns is coming short on that. Sundowns, you have one of the best player known as Mabena. He's sitting constantly on the bench. Whereas his peers like your Shabalala, your Vilagazi at Kaizer Chiefs, your Rele Mufokeng at Orlando Pirates, your Nkota at Pirates, now he's in Bogazi, now he's Silepe from Tsakane. They're being given platform. You're closer to the team as a fan, as a super fan. You guys, you should be raising voices in as far as that is concerned.
No, but we are doing that. Like you can check, Jaden.
Yeah,
Jaden is there. like at least the problem is like sometimes there are games whereby let's say Al Ahly who need more experience than speed or matla. Ke bone go Chiefs no ba ke le TLB o winanga TLB like
Chiefs. TLB as a Pirates hand. Sorry.
TLB
is a left defender.
Yeah, sorry, get defender Pirates. Yeah, you come around get TLB o winanga ga TLB. O ya ga
Don't forget.
O ya ga TLB.
They easily forget.
Typical of being
yeah. No,
they easily forget.
No, why sometimes to get a player. If you can check the last player that even Asala to higher position team, I get to never duty lever no tla funeral police. I get a funeral police la holat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a funeral police for regularly big house but sorry about how they'll be covered. They go to Chiefs balai.
Okay.
Kama bilad.
We are just under 5 minutes drum. Orlando Pirates, there's a lot of names that have been bandied around as potential to succeed Jose Rivero. Some of the names are those of former Orlando Pirates Sundowns coach Rolando Mokoena. Pitso Musimane's name has been thrown in the hat. Who would you like to see taking over from Jose Rivero going forward?
I'm glad you asked that question. I've been saying it.
Talk to the viewers there, Orlando Pirates supporters and Orlando Pirates management.
Yes,
talk to them.
I've been saying it and I will say it again. I know that even as I'm a Pagania, when it comes to our coach, we are divided.
Yeah.
Abanye bafuna law for their reasons.
Yeah.
Ne? Mna personally, as Utumelo Trom.
Yeah.
Speak person
sabalandeli
Orlando Pirates the president sabalandeli bebhola Africa yonke every Africa Africa jikelele mna ngamba sorry okay so mna ngamba no Rulani.
Yeah.
Urulani Mkwena. I know amanye amabhakania abamfuni ne bathi abafuni yena this time ngoba bathi no he was given a chance and he didn't make it and all that. Mna ngithi this is a different Rulani.
Yeah.
That was a Rulani for that time.
Yeah.
This is a different Rulani. What he did at Mamelodi Sundowns, I don't know. Personal issues because it was not about his results.
Yeah.
They had personal issues, whatever. As a result, bazawuthatha isikhathi ukuthi bafumane ucoach njengoRulani at Sundowns because uRulani had friendship with players. URulani he understood the players, understand angazi ke ama personal issues akhona. Mara mina kuBhakania ngikhalela yena coach Rulani.
Papa Wawa, I'm turning my attention to you now. Are you happy with the quality of players that Chiefs are having currently? Because a lot of people are saying that these are not Chiefs material and so forth. And before we went to this recording, you mentioned that the coach, which is Nazruddin Nabi, is cooking something, mentioning that you guys are about to get players of quality within the club. Are you happy?
Look, Nazruddin Nabi together with his technical team, it's what I call the most decorated technical team which we have in South Africa. So it's just a matter of time things to work out. But when it comes to the players which we have in Kaizer Chiefs, everyone donning the gold and black, they are supposed to be celebrated and be respected by us as supporters. But the truth has to be spoken one way or the other.
Okay.
Not all the players. I'm not going to mention a player, but the player, Kaizer Chiefs is a very big team. Okay. Remember, here in South Africa, we have got Kaizer Chiefs as a big team, Orlando Pirates as a vice big team, and the rest. So, and I also want to say thanks to Biggie on Sport for not showing discrimination, that when you invite the big teams to come and have a discussion, and you say even the rest, many more must also come. So that's very thoughtful of you.
Okay.
So, but for a team like Kaizer Chiefs caliber, we don't expect mediocre. We expect excellence. So the management, they must go and break the bank for Coach Nabi in order to succeed. He can succeed only if he's given material resources to work. But other than that, even if he's a good coach, he's going to be reduced to be an average coach. So we are expecting the management to give us best players.
Mpo,
Okay, and
Athazwane has been exceptional throughout the season at Sundowns, but unfortunately, like any other footballer, age is catching up with him. And injuries, not Arthur, but Temba, I beg yours. Yeah. And injuries are plaguing him now, in fact, and he has been given a contract, and with a pool of players that Sundowns has.
Yeah, but the thing sometimes is Diamaniki utwanali Cristiano Ronaldo. Temba Zwane is Cristiano Ronaldo of Sundowns.
Okay.
Even like go haga no bate kamu groundung. O ya maha hefe. No akira izim ka monal break minji ke bate ngape. O ya mi molon le bona o tshila pirate. Ha feta ba no mola. Ha feta ba topa maoto wa. So Cristiano kan tshela diteng kan. Yeah, so yeah, and then happy kupolo ba ku bro na e ba re ke ma Roland Mokona re mnyaki ne ya re mnyaki because Roland Mokona o tle go Sundowns be re ke sa diketlele tsa ba ke Russell Hobbs metsi wa bia no o ya kwa ho thomo o tshwara phone ho bua abidile wa bona and then team tse dintse diketlele tsa teng ke mabitso a mangala nga se a botlelo wa bona ke ala go bishop right you say ke bo Kenwood wa bona a tsa sebaka o tsantso o ka tsamaya ya molong wa bo wa ho bua mola wa ke re it's over wa bona so nthongolo mo ga itshalang ka mara kotlelela Russell Hobbs a itse na no lo ena no ka tsamaya coach ya Sundowns ke a botsa o ga ba thabotlhoko
so you are not giving Roland credit
ke re na ke munyaki and then couple of while go Bruagan brag o itse nna ke na no maybe a ke re ke nya go tsena go top 8 at least ke khono be thapilo karolo go tlase kwa go dlala na after sebaka tsantse ke mele league ai so o tlwella kara coachara e khono go bolela Sotho at least wa sa kara coachara lo ngore he ntse mo re bolela enne tsoro ha fetsa o botla santse ba mo mthalo
the sign language the players sing.
Okay. Okay. Guys, we're about to come to the end of the show, and I'm gonna give each and every one of you a few seconds to share to thank your supporters, your fans, your team, and I know Kev is playing today. Say whatever, your socials, where you can be contacted. Yeah, please, I start with you.
Okay. Ke mpone mo ke tlhasosha Sundowns supporter fan dilo tsotlhe tsa Sundowns o nyaka ntonglo ngwa Sundowns e tla mo o nyaka membership card ho nyaka 20 rand ya borotho ga ke ba re tšhelete teng ke nchere tshwere o nyaka 20 rand ya borotho o sna borotho go jara teng o ntshware ra thusana e lo ho buima e tla mo if ona tšhelete o ke ra tlo thusa o ka no ntshwara ka 0761063355 ke number tsaka ko Facebook ke MG Baloi ko TikTok di Biri 77 yola ya le thavene tene ya la boteng ya and then hape ke re kopololo bona lena e di opposition di team tse dingwe tse di leng tene kopololo ske ba mietsa Sundowns ka ho mietsa Sundowns o tlo lwala wa ya spetlele o fitla spetlele ba rona le o HIV positive wa doctor tse di a hafa wa tsamaya ya ngakeng ho fitla go ngakeng wa utlwa ngaka yo botsa ere o tsantso twasa ene ho nyaka pudi e green ena le bo yellow and then pudi ya teng tsantse belo re khonira munana so ba e kra ga so tlo mietsa Sundowns
Okay, Tom. Good one ngena ngale signature yakho.
All right. Ngangena ngale signature. All right.
Yes lego.
Ntwe ga ibua nna ho defense kore ha ke kwala mantswe ka o qetela. It is in my heart that we can be united as fans. As football lovers za South Africa. If we argue nge football. But we know that this is my brother, Papa Wawa, this is my brother, Umpo. The reason I mentioned this, there's something I didn't like on social media when we lost a fan, Kaizer Chiefs, Gubevu.
Yeah.
After we lost Gubevu, there was an accident, include itaxi enama-fans e-Chiefs and kwaba khona ama-comments a-negative asuka kumabhakaniya amanye ukuthi hayi bebemele kwenzeke this and that. No, let us stop that as football lovers. Sibe united. We are brothers and sisters. I have a brother who supports Kaizer Chiefs. I have a brother who supports Mamelodi Sundowns. Sithanda is South African football. Ukuthi ayikhule. When I saw uPapa Wawa outside, we hugged one another, savuyelana and all that. Manisizwa sesikhuluma says, "Die Chiefs," and all that. You should know that it's all about football. Wow. But we are brothers and sisters. Wow. That is all. Engithanda ukuyisho kuma fans ukuthi let us love one another and know that promoter is South African football. Okay, ku social media manganifumana ku Tumelo Trom Productions kuwo onke ama social media platforms. Tumelo Trom Productions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. The signature I bet.
Oh, the signature. We are very excited, man.
Papa Wawa, my guy, you are all over Papa Wawa.
The people's chairman,
yeah,
the only fan in the history of South African top flight football.
Wow.
Currently penetrating in the whole of Africa and diaspora.
Wow.
What I can say to the Khosi Nation is that Ikosi alipheli umoya. Those who came before us, they've told us that Ikosi alipheli umoya. So it's not gonna stop with us. So on my social, I am on TikTok, it's Papa Wawa. On Instagram, it's Papa Wawa GP20. On Facebook, it's Papa Wawa. The email fmnt.musu@gmail.com. The message which I'm leaving with South African fans is that remember that football belongs to those who watch it for only 90 minutes, but continue to speak about it for the next 90 days. Those who travel distance, but they are never distance from one another.
Wow. I wouldn't have said it better as this gentleman, the three of them, as you heard them. That's how we come to the end of this episode for today. I would like to thank these super fans. We always see them from our television screens as they travel from the length and the breadth of this country in making sure that they support their teams. Mpo, Trom, and Papa Wawa, thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. And I hope next time when we invite you once again, you will honor the invitation. It has been an exciting episode, I should say. I'm ecstatic and very excited to have engaged with this knowledgeable people in as far as football is concerned. That's how we live at it for this afternoon. Thank you so much for having been with us. I want to thank my guests here who have made all the way through to our studios here at Arise Studios. And we have enjoyed the rest of the interviews. Once again, let me extend my appreciation and thanks to the team behind the scenes. I'm referring here to the executive producer of this show, Jimmy Mashazi, Kabelo Kabza, the media, as well as Kuma Tembekile, who are playing a very important or rather integral part in making sure that this show becomes what it is. But above all, let's give credit as well to the team, who is the technical team down at Arise Studios for making sure that there is best quality in terms of sound as well as picture. As we bow out, let me remind you please to share, like, but above all, subscribe to all our shows on YouTube by logging on to Olive Branch Entertainment. Thank you so much once again. Shop.